What's up guys, it's Michael here, and I'm just coming on here to provide you with some information about our most sought after solar system or starter system. I know many persons have been calling us about it, and these systems are actually powering several homes across the island, dozens on top of dozens on top of dozens of homes in every single parish. So I just want to create a video that will provide a comprehensive overview of the system, what it does, what the specs of the system is, and how we can expand on the system, install the system, and so on. So I hope you find this video to be helpful. But first of all, I just want to thank many of you who have bought the system. We've, as I said before, we have dozens on top of dozens in every single parish, and many persons using these systems exclusively to power their homes, to experience energy independence, as well as to lower their light bills and overall start their solar journey. So I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to actually having those of you who've not yet gotten your system to use this video as a learning point about the solar system and eventually join the family, the NTech family. All right, so I've made some notes here on my computer so that I can actually stay a little structured. So one of the first things that people want to know about the system is actually the specs and what it can run. So first of all, our starter system, as of me recording this video, it goes for $298,500. It's our most popular system right now. We make many other systems, but the starter system, that's for $298,500 as of me recording this video. And of course, it may change. So if it changes, then you'll of course check our website, www.ntech.com, ntechja.com, or just give us a call and find out what the current price is. But right now it's $298,500. So on that system, it's a 2,000 watt inverter. You get 2,500 watt hours of lithium iron phosphate battery storage. It's a 24 volt system. It's a 110. It's a 24 volt system, and it's a 110 AC volt system. So 110 like your regular sockets, lights, and so forth, right? So anything that is 220 volts, the starter system will not be able to power it. So most ACs are usually 220 volts, so you won't be able to run your AC on this system, but it will power your washing machine, your lights, your fridge, your cameras, modems, your PlayStation, your fans, microwave, you name it. Most of your house, most of the appliances in your house right now, it's actually 110 volts. So you'll do a lot with this system, and it's a system that can be expanded, so you can upgrade the system until you are able to run an AC, and I'll talk a bit more about that shortly. So going back to the specs, you get a 2,000 watt inverter, 2,500 watt hours of battery storage. You get two panels. We give between 570 watts and 610 watts with the system. You're really paying for 570, but once we can give you a larger solar panels, or two larger solar panels, then you'll get that. Right now we're mostly giving 590 watt bifacial panels with these systems, and you get two of those, right? So your batteries will be charged up quite quickly. If you're doing regular usage each day, then by say 10, 11 on the normal Jamaican sunshine, your batteries should be fully charged and ready to go, right? So that's the specs of the system. Of course, what the system can run your regular 110 household appliances. Many people ask us about installation, right? And for our starter systems, what we do for convenience and just to help customers save on cost, we pre-install the system, so that way you don't need to pay us to come in to actually install it. So we make the system so easy to set up. You can do it in like 20 minutes, right? So once you get the system, everything is already pre-connected. The inverter, the charge controller, the bus bars, the breaker switches, the wiring, all of that is already pre-wired, and the settings is already input into the different components. So everything is done. You're getting a ready-to-go system. All you need to do is put up your panels, plug the MC4 connectors into the system, connect the batteries to it. So it's positive and negative terminals for your batteries, of course. And you can turn on the system and start using it, right? So you can actually plug things directly into the inverter. The inverter has outlets on it, and you can use plug, anything you want to power directly into it. You can also plug an extension cord into it. Like most of our customers, however, they want the house to be powered by the system. So most of our customers actually connect the inverter to the breaker panel of the house, which is a very easy project, right? I recommend that you have an electrician do that for you. So it's a live neutral and ground wire from the inverter going into the breaker panel. So it's just a matter of getting an extension cord, right? Have the other end be slit, revealing the live neutral and ground wire, and then your electrician can easily connect that to your breaker panel. So that way you can power the sockets and switches and lights in the ceiling of your house via this system, right? And of course, you can have a dedicated breaker for the solar setup, usually a 40 amp, right, which is separate from the utility. So if you're planning on using the solar system with the utility JPS, right, then you can have a separate breaker switch for it. So you can choose between the two, right? Very important. Do not have both of them on at the same time, right? That's the main thing to remember. Alternatively, you can always get a transfer switch from us, right? We do sell transfer switches. So if you want that, you can have that. So that way you can conveniently switch between the two, and it's an automatic transfer switch as well. So if you're using one power source and one goes for whatever reason, let's say you're using JPS to power something, and it will instantly switch to the solar setup. So that way you won't lose connectivity. Your device won't turn off. You'll just continue seamlessly. Right, so that's an option, right? And then that can be purchased from us, Entech, if you wish to have that included, right? So very easy setup. As it relates to mounting rails, the systems at $298,500 does not come with mounting rails. That's not a part of the package, but it can be bought separately. And we intentionally exclude it because we don't want people to believe that mounting rails is a functional aspect of solar as it relates to getting power, right? Its function is really to hold the panels, right? So we have many customers, they put it on the roof. If you have a deck top roof, you lay the 2 panels on the roof, put 2 blocks underneath it, give it a tilt so that if rain falls, the water will run off, and you're good to go. And the wind or anything like that will never blow it away unless you have a hurricane. And if you have a hurricane, then you should be wise enough to know that you'll take them down to secure them, right? Even if they don't blow off, something can blow onto them and break them, right? So so that's how that works. But if you want to have mounting rails, you want them to be mounted up, then we sell the brackets, the clamps, end clamps, mid clamps, rails and everything for it, and you can have that, right? So that's how that works. Very easy setup. You can, from start to finish, you can have these systems up and running in like maybe 40 minutes. Right, including connecting it to your breaker panel, which you'll have an electrician do for you. We do have some homeowners that does that, but I'm not recommending that. All right, it's my job to tell you that get an electrician to do it. All right, live neutral and ground wire into the breaker panel. Payment plan and price. So as I said before, the system is for $298,500. Right now, you can check our website or call us or WhatsApp us to find out if the price has changed, and then we'll communicate the updated price. And the system is ready in 20 working days, right? So after you make a payment, we configure the system within 20 working days. We serve a lot of clients, so we have to add you to our schedule so that we can keep things organized and moving as we seek to help as much persons have solar in Jamaica, right? There is an alternative express service which we charge $336,000 for, and it's sometimes available where if you pay $336,000 for the same starter system, we work overtime, late nights, extra hours while we're still working on other people's system to get your system done. So you may be without electricity, or you just want the system faster. Then we work overtime to ensure that is done. And of course, the team has to be compensated for that. So if that's something that you want, then you can speak to us and we'll have the system ready for you within the express time frame. In terms of the process is very straightforward. You call us, say you want a system, we send you an invoice, you make a payment. So there are 2 ways you can make payment. You can pay in office. So we'll come to our office in Mandeville, shop number 2, Unique Building, 3.5 Caledonia Road, Mandeville. So where's that? That's across from Mandeville School, NHT parking lot. We like to tell people to, once you find the parking lot that has National Housing Trust, we're in the same vicinity. We're right above Industry Diesel to the left of Express Fitness. So you can't miss it. So once you're in Mandeville, find NHT parking lot, and then we will be upstairs a car parts place called Industry Diesel, and you'll see our sign Entech. And it's also the location of another company of ours, Stewie's Greetings, right? So that's how the process works. So once you make a payment, send proof of payment, or come in office and make a payment, we'll have the system ready for you within 20 working days. That's a regular service, right? And if it's bank transfer, then it's a Scotia account, and on all the invoices that we send out, the account details is on it, Scotia Bank, right? So do you transfer and be added to the system, be added to our schedule. As it relates to getting your system now, you can always pick up your system from us at our office in Mandeville, right? So you'll of course need to bring an appropriately sized vehicle, especially for the 2 panels. So the panels are usually around 8x4, so similar in size to a sheet of plywood, right? So if you bring a Voxy or a step wagon or a pickup or highest bus, those are ideal for it. Most of our customers use those vehicles to carry it, right? A regular size vehicle you won't be able to carry them in those. In Voxys, I found that with most Voxys, the trunks can't fully be closed. So when if you're coming with a Voxy to collect the system, just bring some string so that you can at least keep down the trunk, right? Because the panels in most scenarios that we see still extends out the back of it, but not by very far, right? So the trunk will almost look closed, right? So that's how you will collect the system. Alternatively, we can send the system to you. We most times send the systems with Dora Express, which is a courier service. So they charge between $20,000 and $25,000 most times for our systems, our starter systems, and that you will pay upon receiving your item. So when they bring the system to you, they will, determine the final cost, which is usually between $20,000 and $25,000. So budget for that if it is that you want us to send the system to you. As it relates to expanding these systems, so I know some persons really want to run an AC, but they don't have the budget to actually get a system to run an AC, which we do sell those systems. Those systems start at $1.5 million, and installation is also included in that. Those are a 10 kilowatt system, but this video is mostly about our starter system, right? But our starter systems, all our starter systems, whether you're getting the $298,500 systems or any other starter system, they are all expandable. So you add more batteries and panels to them, and once you have sufficient batteries and panels that can accommodate a hybrid split phase 110 220 volt inverter, then we have that available for you. So you're ready to invest in that, then we will come in and reconfigure your system so that way you can run your AC. So it's like building a house. You start small, you lay a few blocks, then you add on until you have a full house, right? It's the same thing with solar. You start small and enjoy the benefits of it, savings from it, and then you can add on step by step, and we always provide guidance as it relates to that. Of course, we do have other systems. We have the Starter Plus system, which is for $674,000, which is because with a 5,000 watt inverter. That one also includes mounting rails, right? And 5,000 watt inverter, 4 panels, and it's just an overall larger setup, right? So still a 110 volt system, just a more powerful 110 volt system. And then we have some systems in between, right? All our systems can be configured with different settings. You may not want a 2,000 watt inverter, you want a 3,000 watt inverter, then we have that available, and those will slightly change the prices, right? So I hope this video was helpful. Let me think if I'm missing out on anything. So, just to reiterate, we do have hybrid systems, and those starts at $1.5 million, 1.5 million Jamaican dollars, right? So 10 kilowatt hybrid inverter, 10 kilowatt battery setup, lithium iron phosphate batteries. It comes with 8 panels, 625 watt bifacial 8 panels, and installation is also included, and of course a lot of other things: mounting rails, switches, breakers, transfer switches, all sort of good stuff, right? So I hope this video was helpful in, providing information about our systems. And of course, you can always visit our website, www.ntechja.com, or give us a call or WhatsApp at 821-1102, or visit us in Mandeville at shop number 2, Unique Building, 3.5 Caledonia Road, Mandeville. Just ask for the NHD parking lot. Until next time, take care of yourself. Ntech.